Alrighty, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we had a global data download, a very sizable global data download, actually, but it's not that meaningful. I mean, well, there is a lot of good stuff they did here, but a lot of the girth of this is the fact that they put in many things that are going to be coming over the next several months for global. If we just quickly take a look at some of the pictures here, we could take a look. Like here's the LR Int Spirit Bomb Goku, and we see like Turles Celebration stuff in there. LR Dr. Wheelo is in here. Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I mean, this guy's probably not coming out until December on global. December or November. So, again, a lot of the girth of this data download is many things that aren't necessarily coming very soon for global Dokkan, right? So definitely keep that in mind. Alright, so let's go over everything. Again, the one thing that's really crazy about this, I could pull this up. I mean, dude, Global and JP, they're on the same version. I mean, maybe this has happened before, but I don't know. I mean, it's not super common. Where is it right here? Is it this? Where do I have? Because it's like, this was it. Like 9 days ago, we switched over to version. Here it is right here. Wait, no, here it is. Version 5.14.0. That's the same version that JP or Global just got tonight. So that's 9 days ago, and now Global is caught up there, right? Like, again, people say, oh, they can't catch the game up. They could catch it up at any time. Like, it would not really be that tough for them to do. Many other gacha games have done it. Other Bandai gacha games have done it before people even try that shit. Right, like, don't even try it. Alright, so we have an Easy area, a very shitty one. This is for LR Krillin. His Easy area, it was so bad on JP that they actually nerfed it. It was a very stupidly designed Easy area. We have Red Zone. This is the countdown to the Worldwide Download Celebration. Dismal Future Edition. New Patan Battle. Tickets. The Memorial Stone. The 2023 Worldwide Download Celebration countdown screens. Dokkan Field and Line Assets. Now, we're going to talk about the line assets in 2 seconds. Actually, I've got a tweet we could talk about that. I might as well talk about this right now. I'm seeing some... Like, it's not 100% if Line is actually going to be coming to global or not, is what I saw, right? Like, we've got the Line integration, and then, yeah, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this right here. So, the strings are translated, image is translated, but the menu option is forcibly disabled in global's code. Don't think it can be enabled with a database flag in the current APK. It could be coming soon or not at all. So, we got no idea. If this does come, this is very good. You just make a Line account. I mean, it takes 2 seconds. I mean, I just did it. Made a Line account. And there are some pretty decent rewards and stuff like that you can get from this. Again, I'm not super sure if this is coming to global. I just want to get to the shop. Let me just go, like, the point where actually, so, you logged in, you got this. You can link your Line account, and you can play the little Hoi Poi challenge. All right, so right here. So these are the rewards you could get. You can get Kais, some Zenny, and then, of course, there's unlimited amounts of stones that you can purchase with this green sort of dragon stone ore. And the way this works, let's skip ahead to the point where I was able to... No, where is it? Where is the... Yeah, the Bulma Hoi Poi challenge. So you jump over here to Line. So this is me actually in Line, not even Dokkan. And then we click the little Hoi Poi challenge, and then this is what happens, right? We get the chance to actually do this. Bulma, creates and throws a capsule, and then we just get some of these green Dragonstone ore in our gift box. Now, as far as I'm aware, this is just an indefinite thing that you can do now on JP Dokkan, is every week you're able to get, I believe, either 35 or 70. So you press that button, and then bam, it just gets sent straight to your gift box. So then after that, I swap over to my account, and, the green Dragonstone ore or whatever was just in the gift box, right? So we just go ahead and grab it right here, and then bam, there it is, right? And then you could use that to get stuff in the Baba shop. Very, very easy and simple to do. And then there's a bunch of non-translated assets. Again, these are things that are coming to global in December, November, and October for the most part. So the first thing we have here is the Prime Battle Krillin EZA area, which really sucks because the characters they want you to use, you cannot build a cohesive team. You have characters without leader skills, which is just very unfun. LR Krillin is kind of like a, like a mediocre free-to-play character. Nothing really too crazy about him. In this last World Tournament, I was still using him in World Tournament. He's a little bit stronger for it, but not like too much stronger, not too much crazier. I mean, they probably didn't do what they should have done. They should have made him, I think, even more effective in World Tournament, but certainly it is annoying. They made it to where he does this additional, like, right away before he would do the second super right away. So it's like super normal super. It's just very annoying. But, I mean, he's still good for World Tournament. But this LR Krillin is not anything crazy. We have the 2 new stages added. This is for the Dismal Future Red Zone. Should start, stage 1 is against 17 and 18. Stage 2 is against Cell. I would assume stage 3 is going to come with part 1 of the Worldwide Download Celebration. At this point, I see no reason to think otherwise than Vegito Blue and Rose as the Dual Dokkan Festival for part 1, but we'll see. And I think part 2 should be Fusion Zamasu and Spirit Bomb Sword Trunks. Probably is going to be the 4 LRs, which I think sounds very good to me. I have no issue with Trunks and Zamasu being part 2. The only thing I want, just make sure that there's a Dokkan Fest in part 1 and a Dokkan Fest in part 2. That, I think, has a huge, huge impact that directly leads into why I think the part 2 of the Worldwide Download Celebration last year was so successful. I'm pretty sure of that. So we have the 2 stages for the Dismal Future Red Zone. Then we have Patan Battle 22 is coming, new binder and packs. Okay, sure, cool. There's a Red Zone ticket for the Dismal Future Red Zone, which is cool. Sure, we'll take that. This is the ticket, which you're going to be able to use on the banner. We'll be able to trade memorial stones for these tickets. They're going to give a lot of these tickets just by logging in, right? This will have a lot of older Dokkan Fest exclusive characters on it and stuff like that. I saw people pointing out that the colors of the tickets, you can maybe think that that's blue Vegito and then rose, the blue right there and then the red outline. Maybe, but I'm not like going, oh, of course, obviously it's Vegito blue because the text is blue. Because you know what we could do with that? We could say, well, Spirit Bomb Sword Trunks is blue as well, right? Like there's so much blue with him and his sword, so that could be why it's blue, right? So I wouldn't go too deep into looking at that. We have the Memorial Dragonstone 4 right here. That's going to be pretty good. Now, still no notice in the news, by the way. Right? They haven't put this in the news where they've announced the day that they've actually, the cutoff day and stuff like that. They typically announce that. And it's not announced. Yeah, it's so weird. That's very strange to me. Okay, so we have that. These, I'm assuming these will be handed out in a week. Typically, they come out when the celebration itself actually starts, which will be, I think, on the 25th, because the countdown starts tomorrow. So the celebration should start on the 25th. Very hard to say. When do we think that the LRs are going to drop? Presumably Goku Black and Vegito Blue. I don't know. I mean, it would depend on when like a live stream is announced or something like that. Like it's hard to say for sure when the LRs are coming, but I'm pretty sure the celebration part 1 will start on the 25th. I'm pretty sure. Then we have countdown screens. Now, really the countdown screens, I don't think they necessarily mean anything, right? Like Trunks is in like virtually every single one of these. But that doesn't necessarily mean, as people are going crazy, like, oh, double Trunks. I think double Trunks would be terrible. I mean, if it's double, like, if one of them is Trunks plus Goku Black, and then the other is Trunks plus Vegito Blue, like, I mean, that would work, because you've got, like, Vegito Blue and Goku Black in there. Trunks does not carry the same hype as Goku Black and Vegito Blue. Or, I mean, Fusion Zamasu, people will probably even be a little bit more excited about that because he's a villain, which we need buffs for. Like a main, like, boss type villain. I just don't see how they could do a second Trunks because it doesn't look like the celebration. Like, they're moving in the countdown and then the countdown screens. They're moving through the Dragon Ball Z, like, future portion, and it's dropping us off in the Dragon Ball Super version, right, of the Future Trunks saga. I made this point earlier, but keep in mind here that if we head over and take a look last year, all of the worldwide download celebration campaign, dude, the Dokkan Wiki, it's just, I think it's this site, this fandom site, just does not load on my PC anymore, man. It's just, like, this site is just, like, dead. I can't, it does not work. But if we take a look, oh, dude, I thought it froze right there. If we take, dude, oh my god, is there enough countdown stuff here? But look at the countdown images from last year. It's the same thing. It's moving through Namek before landing on Cooler. That's all these are. It's moving through, you know, because Trunks is like future, like the DBZ future portion, landing on Dragon Ball Super Future. So we'll see what that's gonna look like. So then we get the Dokkan Field. So presumably this is going to be, you know, the main sort of like LRs. I mean, like might have a gimmick with this. I think Fusion Zamasu could have it. Could this be for Spirit Bomb Sword Trunks? I don't see it for Vegito. I don't see how Vegito would make use out of this. I think Gogeta, Blue Gogeta, because remember when Blue Gogeta and Broly, like, you know, they shatter dimensions and go into like the, you know, I don't know, the purple Bukkake zone or whatever the hell it was. That could be a Dokkan Field. But I don't think Vegito has one. Zamasu does. Maybe they could do like a Dokkan Field thing with Trunks gathering energy for the Spirit Bomb Sword. I think Rose Goku Black could have a Dokkan Field with the Scythe for sure. So, I mean, you know, keep that in mind. I mean, we'll see. I'm sure one of the major 4 LRs will have this, and potentially the free-to-play character might have that as well. Now, we have a couple of update things. I think this is a good point for this. So, they optimized the standby mode. Sure, that's fine. Make it a little bit more easier and crisp to understand some stuff. So, oh my god, they just added the standby skip in now in Global? Jesus, okay. All right, well, that's good. That's good. What? That's just in here now? Okay. Burst mode no longer has, like, the special, like, you know, Dokkan event conditions and stuff like that. Yeah, funny enough. Dude, this is so funny. They put this here because it was like this on JP, but Global hasn't gotten this burst mode yet. It's just so funny. Yeah. Global hasn't gotten this yet. This is the Turles burst mode. That's funny. Adjusted the setting of the Awakening Metal Goku, which could be obtained from the Greatest Warrior so that it cannot be sold. Which metal is this? I'm almost... Give me 2 seconds. What metal is this talking about? Hold on. Alright, I'm not too sure on what exactly this is right here. But I mean, I'll figure it out later. I don't want to search through the entire game to figure out which one is the Greatest Warrior, because you know how many Goku medals there are? There's a lot. I was thinking that this might be related to the Epic Showdown event, and the fact that free-to-play Goku has an extra awakening, which isn't on JP, but that's not what it was, so, okay. So we have that. Some characters got buffed. Tech, Fat, Super Janemba, STR Hearts, AGL Captain Ginyu, LR, Physical Goku, and Piccolo were all slightly buffed, right? So now some of these characters, you know, they're guarding for their first turn after transformation, or Ginyu in particular is super effective against all types for the first turn after his transformation. This is kind of like a uniform thing. You could get an interaction. I never saw this on Super Janemba, but you could get an interaction where, like, Hearts is guarding his first turn after transformation. Ginyu is super effective against all types his first turn after transformation. And they just wanted to sort of make it to where, you know, you would read in the passive why the character is doing that, right? There's a good chance that we could see a similar type of transformation and effect on one of the upcoming LRs. Typically, they do make this type of change for that. But make no mistake, these 4 characters were directly buffed. They are stronger with this edition, all 4 of them. So that's good. Never a bad thing when our characters just get buffed for no reason. They fixed the passive skill for the AGL Piccolo Jr., the World Tournament card, but I mean, he sucks anyway, it doesn't matter. And then they made this is the Goku, right? I believe this is Tech Goku. They made it to where he doesn't guard in his standby anymore, is what that is. Okay, so we have that. This is the line stuff, I already went over that. This was just showing some of the stuff. You know, if I need to talk about line or Dokkan Fields, there's that right there. This we already looked at. This is the worldwide celebration screens. We looked at this. We looked at Krillin. All right, so we've gotten through most of the stuff at this point. And then we have just this is quest mode right here. Okay, that's good. That'll be stage, I guess the rest of area 31, I think is what that is. And then we just got a bunch of assets of upcoming stages and stuff like that. This is the Don Key event, I believe, right? And then there's just maps, assets, you know, there's Dr. Wheelo, LR Dr. Wheelo and stuff like that. All of this stuff is again going to be coming to Global Dokkan over the next 2 or 3 months, really. So there we go. This is pretty good. Tomorrow, we get the Worldwide Download Celebration Countdown officially beginning. We're moving into one of the best times of the year for Dokkan. So I think just massive, firm handshakes around. We are in fire. I think that the anniversary probably would be the best celebration. Well, last year, the Worldwide Celebration was definitely better. But anniversary might be like the most hyped celebration for the community overall if it happened at the same time on both versions. There's just no way in hell people can say that anniversary is bigger when, like, we're getting this level of celebration, everyone at the same time. That's why this celebration just feels better. No matter what the anti-global needs to catch up people say, this game, the community would be healthier, the game would be more successful, people would be happier. I mean, it would work out well for Bandai. They make more money, right, if they caught global up. At this point, the only people who don't want global to catch up are people who want global to be treated better than JP, typically, right? Like, I don't even care about all that. Like, just make everything the same, both versions. Who cares? Just catch global up. I think global needs to be caught up. I think it would just be such a massive W. Because you look at the excitement that seems to be there for something like Saiyan Day leading up to Golden Week and this, right? It's because it's happening at the same time. Like, 8th anniversary is super fire, but, as a global player, it's like, oh, yeah, we saw this 6 months ago, right? So, like, that's why this is good. So, I'm definitely very excited for this celebration coming up. Worldwide Download Celebration this year. Dragon Ball Super Future Saga is going to be crazy. There's so many strong potential EZA characters. Vegito Blue, Trunks, Rose, Fusion, Zamasu, potential, like, Dokkan Fest or Carnival LRs. This is looking pretty damn good. So, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.